You had mentioned that Find the Leaks is making your house dry in a
Yeah.
forced hot air situation. My house was built after the war, and I don't think it's very well insulated. It's extremely dry air to the point where I wake up in the morning sort of with my nose that's all stuffed up. But I find that there's a lot of moisture on the windows in not only the bedroom but around the house, and that between the double pane glass there is what seems to be black mold,
Hmm.
but I don't know what I can do to improve that in terms of finding the leaks or caulking, because
Yeah.
there's not really anything to caulk as far as I can tell.
Well, in older houses, there's usually a high rate of air infiltration, so you get coming in. And then in the winter, that's colder, drier air. So that comes into the house that has a warmer temperature. All of a sudden, that air can absorb more moisture. It can hold more. It can be. It'll come up to as high a relative humidity level as it can. It does that by getting moisture from wherever it can. Your skin. That's why we dry out. Plants. But the moisture that we produce through normal household activities also condenses on colder surfaces, and that's why you see it on the glass. You're breathing at night, giving an awful lot of moisture. That's why it condenses on the window. If See, people in energy-efficient homes have the opposite problem. They have to control moisture in their homes. That's because they don't have all those leaks. I caution people to go to humidifiers right away, although in some cases, for comfort, that's all you can do until your energy efficiency level is higher. But you should be careful when you use them because they have been shown to spread bacteria and viruses throughout the house unless you are real fastidious about keeping them clean.
I used to use a humidifier just because of my personal health, but then I just noticed that it just got to be the point where I had nasty mold growing on all of the windows. So I would just continually clean it,
Yeah.
but unless I replace all the windows in my house and they're all the original windows, I didn't know what I could do to sort of mitigate
Yeah.
that problem. If there is there any, I mean, it sounds as though I just have to continue to keep doing what I'm doing until I'm able to replace the
Well,
windows.
Mark, didn't you just do a workshop on
I went to the workshop,
upgrading energy?
actually.
Yeah. Hey, Mark is the expert on that. There are things you can do to improve the energy efficiency of older windows. I have a friend who's a historic preservation officer and lives in a historic house, and she's actually gone for the inserts that go in the windows from inside the house that she puts up in the wintertime and takes down after the heating season is over. And she feels they don't compromise the visual integrity of the units. But those have to be handmade, and up until then, you could do the plastic window kits if you're comfortable with the way that looks. But that'll make a difference. Is controlling condensation, there's two principles. You control the source of moisture, or you raise the temperature of the condensing surface. Okay? Okay?